It's Friday. Friday's a really cool day. It's getting spaced out a little bit actually. There's not a huge number of sessions today, but they are spread relatively throughout the morning, which means I've got to be very selective with my meals and when I get to do my training and so on and so forth. But let's start with the boring stuff. The weight is maintaining. It's really good to see. Which means we can start to slowly increase our intake. I think we're sitting at around that 89 to 90 mark, mid 89s I think at the moment. The goal, I think for the next 12 months, maybe even 9 months, before we go back onto comp prep, or stage ready, you know what I'm trying to say. Before we get on to actually cutting down and getting back on stage, the goal is just to gain as much muscle as we can. So we're still slowly starting to build up our calories again, and the body's resilience to work in with the higher calories. Otherwise we just get fat, which is something we don't want. We obviously want to try and have abs year round. Just jumping onto the nutrition and sticking to the numbers. We do have a bit more leniency coming into progression season, so it's not like everything has to be taken to the gram anymore, at least for this progression. We can still have a bit of flexibility, but yeah, until then it's bit of this, bit of that. Get our training today. It's a posterior day, which means higher calories. It's always a blessing with some high calories. Actually, I tell fibs, it's not always a blessing. With the digestion, it requires a lot more energy as well, so we do tend to struggle a little bit, but the higher calories definitely have us perform a lot better than depletions or deficits. I think we're actually on maintenance today, which is about that 3,500, 3,600 mark, thereabouts. But no, it should be a fun day. We're about to sneak in a couple thousand steps before our first session of the morning. Hopefully we don't get too sweaty and smelly, but we'll knock them off the list. Still 15,000 steps as the target. Let's do it. Let's jump in, get a few steps. So we've had a bit of good news. All my running around, big eyes. All the running around I did yesterday with ATO, and all the financials and everything like that has come back positive. Happy days. We can now move forward with what we're trying to achieve. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. But no, everything's looking good. All the all the frustration, I think is the better word, is paid off for us. So happy days again. Nothing's confirmed as yet, but fingers crossed in the next probably week or so, we should be hearing something. So at this stage, we can relax. It's out of our hands at the moment. But yeah, so good news, really good news. We came down to train. It's about 10 to 2 now, so it's stinking hot. I love these really sweaty sessions. Just thought I've also got to do an invoice, so I'll be sending that out. Already have just sent that out actually. And we've just gotten distracted with some equipment. Hopefully, I don't know if I should or not, spend a little bit of money on a new barbell, Olympic barbell, so that it'll flex a lot easier than the one we've got now. It's designed for the heavier lifts, etc., and it is cheap as chips. Actually, I don't know how much. Not sure how much of a discount it is. Actually, it's about 40% off. Tempting. I mean, I've seen these things go for $1,000. So I just know with all this talk about finances and banks and everything over the last few days, is it something that I can do without for the time being? Yeah. Is it something that I want? Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, we did come down to train. So it's actually going to be an interesting session. Posterior day. So there's nothing flash in terms of what we do. The issue we have is that I've actually had 3 meals today instead of the usual 1 or 2 that I usually train with. So it's either going to go one of 2 ways, either really great or really not so great. From experience, I'm sort of leaning towards not so great. I know my body responds better on lower calories. But yeah, over the course of those 3 meals, you know, we've got close to 2,000 calories in me already. It is pretty high, especially with deadlifts. I know it's coming. Deadlifts, GVT. It's going to be an interesting session. It's going to be a sweaty session, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Is the sweat. We do get pancakes afterwards. Pancakes that have actually fit the macros. It's always a nice meal for meal 4. Just got to stop getting distracted. 20 minutes later, we're about to start on our warm-up. Pre-workout's half gone. I'm gonna jump on the treadie for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, get some blood flowing, get that pre-workout around the body, and then we can start with our movements. It's gonna be sweaty. There we go. Hour and a half later, we're done. GVT for our deadlifts, pretty brutal. Love GVT though. It's a great pump through the hamstrings. What else do we do? Everything. All hamstrings, all calves, glutes, our glute bridge, all of the above, all down that posterior chain. Solid session, hour and a half. Long it took us, including our little mobility warm-up at the start. As you can see, sweaty. I've just discovered though I need to do a program which was supposed to start today. Whoops. So I'll jump onto that now. I'm gonna go upstairs though and do it in the aircon because it is ridiculously hot down here. I need a meal, I need to get the program done, and I don't know what else I got to do this afternoon. But that's us done down in the studio anyway. Reminders are all set up to be sent out later on. We're good. I'm gonna get a meal, do this program, and hopefully relax. And that's us done for the day. Yeah, as you can see, had a shower, got rid of the sweat. Programs are done. We're just chilling out for the afternoon. Well, I say afternoon, what time is it? Almost 7 o'clock. Just throwing a movie on. Gonna have a nice relaxing evening. Still got 2 meals. Some burritos I think I've got for tea tonight. No, really good day, really rock solid. Absolutely spent though. Massive day. But yeah, really good quality day nonetheless. But yeah, that's us. Yeah, let's go for an early night tonight, shall we?